Welcome back to the channel. Today I got two absolutely epic rolls for you. First one is featuring Az, the brown belt. After some hand fighting, I try to go for a bit of a takedown, but Aaron does a good job of stuffing it. From the scramble, I'm able to get double under grips. Aaron does an awesome counter though and sends me absolutely horizontal. Fortunately for me, I'm able to scramble back on top in the exchange and I take top position. I have Aaron's left leg trapped between mine, and it's very important that I don't lose control of this butterfly hook. Aaron goes for a bit of a lumberjack sweep here, but I point my toe and pull my leg out, just like Gordon Ryan, to escape the sweep. I'm trying to use my head to control Aaron's posture and get to some form of pressure pass. But Aaron says, "Not today, son," and we come back on the feet and back to our wrestling. After about a minute of hand fighting, I decide to sit to guard. I'm definitely not going to Valhalla. I've been playing around with leg locks lately, so I try to go for a heel hook on Aaron's left leg here. I try to roll through and get the bite and reclaim the knee line in the roll, but I'm unable to get his knee line, so I know that I can't finish the heel hook. In response, Aaron takes his own attack and goes for a straight ankle lock. We stay in this position for quite a while with no one really making too much progress until I decide to stand up and try and pass. Because of how our legs were entangled, when I do stand up, I'm in this really awkward position. As you can see, I grabbed my own ankle here to try and cement myself on top and prevent Aaron from just taking me back down. Fortunately, I'm able to get this weird back step with my leg over his chest in a sort of awkward position. All I'm trying to do here is get close, get the crossface, and consolidate a pass. However, Az is doing a really good job keeping me at bay with his butterfly hook and stopping me from getting a tight crossface. I saw an opportunity where Aaron's elbow was a bit open, so I used my head to drive it across. With my right bicep coming to the other side of his neck, I'm going for a head arm choke. It's hard to see with this camera angle, but my legs are trapped really awkwardly across my body and I have a gable grip with my left and right hand on the left side. Once I get my leg free, I put my right knee up on his hip and sprawl out onto my left hip to get the finish. This next roll is absolute fireworks. It's with Ben, who predominantly trains wrestling. I made the conscious decision at the start of the roll that I was going to stand up with Ben whenever I could, just to see what would happen. In this position here, I'm actually in a bit of trouble because Ben has a collar tie and is fighting off his collar tie and I do not. And as soon as I get my own collar tie, Ben addresses it immediately. Ben reads my collar tie attempt perfectly and shoots for his own double leg takedown. And fortunately for me, I'm saved by the wall. I was definitely going down there. After a quick reset, we go back to hand fighting. Ben fakes a collar tie attempt and shoots a hectic blast double. I sprawled as hard as I could and I was fortunate enough to be able to end up somehow in a front headlock. I'm shooting my arm through here to wrap up an anaconda and I'm trying to look for a roll over my left side. As I reposition us, Ben uses this as an opportunity to do a sit through and ends up on top. Absolutely textbook. Use my grip to big dog Ben over the top, but he has superior wrestling base and we end up in this weird dogfight-ish scramble position. We have each other in headlocks here and I decide to try and capitalize on it and go for a guillotine. But as you can see, because Ben's arm is over my head, I'm unable to get any real purchase and sit through to a guard. Ben capitalizes this and rolls me down onto north-south. I decide to abandon my chin strap grip and try to get some sort of semblance of a guard back. I go for a big explosive bridge over my right shoulder, but Ben's able to hold me down and it's ineffective. I'm trying to put myself back into side control where I have a better opportunity to get my knees to chest. Here, Ben makes the mistake of trying to go to mount without controlling my near side arm and I'm able to recover my guard from this. In the scramble, I noticed that Ben was a little bit out of posture, so I was able to snap his head down, come on top, and swim to the back. My plan here was to try and break down his turtle, but Ben sits up, and I'm able to capitalize, wrap his neck, get my hooks in, and sink in a rear naked choke. I'm pretty gassed at this point, but we reset to the feet and I'm determined to wrestle the wrestler. And throws by my collar tie and tries to go for a trip. That would have been awesome if he landed. And we end up fighting off our collar ties. Somehow I was able to end up with double collar ties. But Ben just throws it off and shoots for a double. Luckily, there was enough space between us, so I stayed on my feet. With this double overgrip, Ben goes for a similar style of takedown that Aaron hit on me in the previous roll, but we end up scrambling back to the feet. I had to try and hit a double leg takedown on the wrestler, and it just didn't work out for me. Ben is so much superior on the feet. It doesn't really show in the video how much better he is at controlling the collar ties and controlling the fight on the feet. But needless to say, he definitely had my number. So I was happy to see us back in the guard. This surprised me a little bit. Ben decided to sit back on a straight footlock. I know that he does have a pretty savage one for a wrestler of all people. Fortunately for me, I'm able to get some space closed between us, get a crossface. My knee does look like it's in a bit of a compromised position here, but it wasn't too bad. It was okay. I was able to gift wrap his left arm here, and I'm going for a Kimura trap style position, and then I'll deal with freeing my leg. This positioning was a little bit awkward, but I knew that my knee was safe, my leg was safe here, and all I had to do was clear his left knee, or clear my left leg, I should say, and then I would be good to go, passed in a very strong position with potential to take his back. Realistically, the wall was helping me out a lot, so sorry about that, Ben. So I tried to move him so we didn't have to reset the position, and fortunately I'm able to clear that leg and end up passed with the Kimura trap. In the scramble for the back take, Ben does an awesome job of protecting his arm, keeping himself safe and not allowing me to take his back, and he actually ends up on top. Check out this sneaky maneuver. Ben throws his arm over my shoulder and just sprawls out and ends up, believe it or not, in north-south, absolutely carving through my guard. I was a little bit embarrassed about this one, but it's an appropriate place for the roll to end. Thank you so much to Ben and Aaron for being on the channel, and until next time, guys, thanks for watching.